only do dinner dates. He was like, oh, I don't do dinner dates on the first date. As women, we need to stop letting these men get away with low effort dates and literally doing the bare minimum.
If sis likes you and she's dating you for you, it doesn't matter where you go.
Pay for your nails.
Yeah.
Why the hell would I pay for your nails on the first date?
I'm convinced that a lot of y'all women have nothing going on in your life, so you have to go on dates or go on dating apps just so you can have content.
If you're going to use your pretty privilege, if you want to save money, the easiest way to save money using your pretty privilege.
Hey, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Ice Cold, man. I like to thank you all for tuning in to yet another one of these Ice Cold discussions, man. You know, for those of you who have been rocking with this channel, you know, as we build and grow on this journey, for those of you who have already joined this family, man, and been enjoying, you know, the content that I've been uploading lately, I'd like to take my hat off to y'all, man. Y'all support is very much appreciated, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You know, for those of you who have yet to smash the subscribe, go on and take a second, go over, smash the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification while you at it, man. You know, so that you can be amongst, you know, the first to get these videos as I upload. Anyway, man, a lot of you guys know that I do videos about, you know, kind of giving guys little tips on, you know, when you're dealing with women in a dating market in 2026, and you know, you're trying to, you're really looking for something serious, and you get out there and you realize that it's not what it used to be. Right? Whether you've been in a relationship for years and you're just getting back out here and you think it's going to be simple, you want to get out here and just find you a woman and somebody that's good that you can share your resources with and build a family with, and you can trust and just, you know, ride off into the sunset and live a happy life. But unfortunately, those times have changed. Right? We are in an era now where everything is, you know, spin that shit. Right? And these women, sadly, man, you know, they are following trends. And every month there's a new trend. And even some of the good women who was raised with both parents, you know, in a household, they've even been influenced and affected by this culture that's been brewing with all these trends and, you know, the clout chasing, and because the people with clout are the people that we used to look at as degenerate, you know, unworthy, untrustworthy, you know, just all the negative things. The people that we used to look down upon are the people with all the clout these days. You know what I mean? And these are the people who's leading the culture, right? And it's truly sad, man. It's truly sad, but this is where we at, 2026. Right now, this segment, I'm going to be touching on a few things. Like I said, man, starting off, I want to give fellas a tip coming in the door, you know, about how to kind of hold frame with these women. You know, because a lot of men are struggling out here, man, in the dating market. And there's a lot of good men out here, but, you know, with these women having microphones and phones, you know, cell phones and sticking their face, it's so easy to just make a video these days. And everybody got a phone. You know, and these women is taking advantage of the opportunity to get on the internet, you know, because it's nothing to just, you know, say whatever you want to say, get a word, a piece of your mind, and hit that plus button. and upload it to YouTube. You know, so there's a lot of bitter women out here these days who spreading false information about, you know, the modern man. Although there's a lot of immature men out here that is, you know, they're mature in age, but you know they're immature mentally, right? But these are the guys that these women choose, because like I said, these women, they chase clout, and a lot of times these guys who are immature, who got childish ways and the childish mentality, a lot of these guys are the ones with the clout, right? Because, you know, they move a certain way, you know, they got a sense of I don't give a fuckness, right? And truly, as a man, as a gentleman, you know, you got a heart, you got some respect, you got some dignity, right? You got structure, and you want to treat a woman well, right? But this is not what these women want these days. They say they want to be treated well, but however, it is the total opposite in most cases, right? And we're going to get into that today, man. You know, starting off, man, getting into it, right? I want you fellas to understand, man, that when you meet these women out here today, man, if you are the type of guy that is looking to find a genuine woman, someone that you can preferably build with, who you can see yourself, you know, making a family with, and like I said, share your resources, growing a productive life together, and just becoming a productive family that can provide, you know, and really thrive together, right? If you are a guy like that who is still in that mind state, who is still in that traditional mind state, right? I want you to understand, man, you are a rare gem. You are a rare gem. And I need you to understand, do not lose frame because society around you is tainted in such a way that the good man, you know, is soft, you know, because you're the type of guy that like to, you know, that likes to give a woman flowers and, you know, be romanticize women and things like that, right? I don't want you to think because you're a guy like that, a gentleman, that you are outcast from society. Although it may feel like that because overall, in the population today, in this culture anyway, and it's not just black, this is across the board. You know, it's not just black folks. They would like you to believe that it's just black women, but it's not just black women. It's today's world, the culture of America, not just black America, the culture of America, right? Where we are. And believe it or not, black culture leads American culture. Everybody admires black culture, right? They want to be a part of black culture, but they don't want to deal with the hardship, the adversity, you know, that the black culture is faced with on a daily basis. But they want to pop in and out. They want to be able to come to the bars and experience our lifestyle, you know, when it's in its when it's in this fortunate stage, when, you know, when we're having fun. They want to have fun with us, right? But they don't want to be associated with the negative side of being a black folk, right? But that's a whole nother story. We'll save that for another ice cold discussion, right? But I want you fellas to understand, you know, like I was saying, if you are a gentleman and, you know, you are looking to be someone's husband, you know, you are looking to be a father to children that is going to grow up to be a good husband to another good woman, or a good wife to someone else's son who was raised right. Right? If you are that type of person who want to keep the world going in a healthy state, then I want you to understand, man, you have to value yourself in today's dating market so that you do not end up with a woman who do not see things the way that you see it. Because some of these women, although they say they want a good guy, their actions often, prove them to one otherwise. Because they're always laying down with the bad guy, the Pookies and Ray Rays. They lay down with him off the back because, he makes them feel something. The way he talk to him, he's a little bit aggressive, right? And they like that type of shit. They like that type of, they like a man who speaks his mind, right? Who's not too careful about what he said, right? They like that shit. So that's why they always end up with the Pookies and Ray Rays, because Pookies and Ray Rays, they're usually from the block. They got characteristics, from the hood, right? From growing up and dealing with trauma. And they got a bit of I don't give a fuckness, right? When it comes to dealing with these women. And these women, it's almost like a cheat code when it comes to the modern woman, right? But when it comes to a man like you, who has structure, was raised with a good family, right? He was raised to be respectful, and you was always told that you get with a woman, everything should be straightforward. You treat her right, you give her genuine energy and good vibes, right? Show her that you're willing to provide, protect her, take the jacket off your back, put it over her shoulders, you the type of guy that'll lay down your jacket in a puddle to let her, so that her shoes don't get wet or her feet don't get wet, right? You one of those type of guys, right? For the right woman, right? But unfortunately, in today's dating market, majority of these women will frown upon you for simply being a gentleman. So that's why I'm making this video for the fellas out there who actually are not damaged like most of society today. Although a lot of us may have a bit of damage, because just dealing with these issues with these people, even if you're a good person, dealing in a dating market and playing the games with these women, having game played on you by these women, that is trauma. You are dealing with trauma, right? I don't care how good, how much, I don't care how you was raised. Dealing with this dating market today, you are dealing with trauma. If you are dealing with these women trying to find a good one, if you're trying to find a needle in a haystack, you have to go through so many women, so many dates, just to pinpoint and find that, that one that you believe is worthy of you settling down and giving your time and your resources and, your love and all of that, opening up to, right? So I just want the good men that's watching this video, right, to understand that when you meet a woman today, you are likely going to experience, with most women, the games that they play, because they watch these dating coaches, these old cat ladies, who got puzzles around the house and cars, figures, and, things like this here. They got cars, figures, and all kind of shit, right? Crossword puzzles, and cars, figures, and, train tracks on some Mr. Rogers shit, you know what I mean? These are the cat ladies, man. You know, cat cages around the house and cat doo-doo everywhere, you know. And they find the prettiest corner in their house. They clean it up. They stick they get a tripod and they stick their phone on tripod, and then they get to spewing all kind of negative rhetoric about men and telling these younger women how to deal with men. And that's where these women who are already broken and lost is looking for guidance. They come across these channels and they tune into these old cat ladies who have no positive results in their own life, but trying to give these young women the strategy on how to deal with men.
If you don't have the power to make him spend, then you have no power over him. Period. What if I ask for something and he rejects me? I'm going to be humiliated. No, you're not. You're just going to be. You don't get humiliated when he rejects you. That's not your job. Your job is to ask for what you want, and if he doesn't get it, to get it from someone else. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
How to stop feeling bad for using men for money. You're a woman, you're a divine goddess, men are providers. If you feel bad about it, maybe you're in your masculine. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Right? And this is what we're dealing with. Okay, these are their dating coaches, right? And they tell them things like, you know, when you meet a man, how to make yourself more desirable, right? Don't call the man, you know, don't answer his calls, you know, right away, you know, or never be the first to text the man, right? Let him text you, and you know, give him give him 3 days to a week, you know, give him 3 days to a week to think about you. Don't reach out to him and things like that. And they give them these strategies, all kind of little stupid strategies to, you know, to exercise on the minute they meet, because they believe that these things that they're doing are going to make the man think about them more and desire them more, right? And crave them more, right? But what you got to understand, a person that has value in their life, a person that creates value for themselves, they don't need to use none of these strategies. Those type of strategies are for people who have nothing to offer, and they have to try to trick you into believing that they are somebody worthy of your time. Understand that. So, fellas, I want you to understand that when you meet these modern women, you are likely going to experience these games. They're going to try to breadcrumb you. They're going to try to pop in and out, right? They're going to run all kind of games on you, right? Mental games that you're not going to be expecting certain things that they're doing, and it's going to have your mind in a frenzy, you know, and confusion. They're going to create confusion to where though you're not really going to know whether this woman actually likes you or not.
Worse than someone breadcrumbing you? You pretending you're full off the damn breadcrumbs, right? Let's just call it. You know it's not right. You feel the tension. You feel the disconnect. Lack of transparency. Bare minimum effort. You begging for clarity while they're handing out confusion like it's candy, right? Stop calling it love when it feels like anxiety. Stop calling it effort when it just prolongs disrespect. If you have to overthink every text, if your peace depends on how someone else feels that day, that's not love, that's survival mode. You don't need closure. You don't need another excuse. You just need truth. And the truth is this: the right person will not confuse you. The right love won't exhaust you. They don't make you beg, they make you feel safe. So let them keep the lies, let them keep the chaos, because nothing, and I'm telling you, nothing feels better than finally sitting in silence with someone and not needing to say a damn thing to feel whole.
And she might even like you, but these social media platforms that she's following is throwing a monkey wrench in between y'all communication.
Go cheat, don't tell nobody. Go cheat and just shut up. Because I'm sure he's doing the same thing. He's probably like, dang, I want to cheat. Y'all are too young to be that exclusive. Just go cheat. Just don't tell nobody. Okay? Keep it on the low. If you're creeping, just don't let him know. 'Cause his heart can't take it anymore. Don't ever bring him to the house. All right? Don't bring him to the house. Y'all go get y'all a little motel, hotel, holiday. You might as well go cheat. He probably already cheated. Ain't telling you nothing. But just go do it. Get it out of your system, ma'am. If they don't know, won't hurt them. Protect yourself. Don't get pregnant. Don't cheat for free. Oh, yeah, you better get you something with some money. That's an extra added bonus.
So what I want you guys to understand, see, because a lot of these women too, man, you know, it's the music, it's the social media platforms with the dating coaches, you know, it's the environment, you know, that the girlfriend that they're surrounded by, you know, it's just all these things, man. You know, and a lot of these women, they're surrounded by a circle of girlfriends who are influenced by all the same negative shit that I just explained, right? So you're likely going to deal with these games that they learn to play on men from these dating coaches and, you know, from the Young Miamis and the Sexy Reds and all that shit. You know, spin that shit. Make that nigga spin that shit. Right? Nothing but expensive dates. You know, a lot of y'all might be familiar with the No Cheesecake Factory. You know, No Cheesecake Factory. You go pick the broad up, man, and she, you know, everything is a game. You go pick the broad up, you made the reservation for 9 o'clock. You know, you get to her house by 7, right? 6:37. You're sitting outside. You let her know when you was on your way. 15 minutes before you got there, and now it's 45 minutes after you pulled up, and you're still sitting outside. And she telling you she'll be out. She never offered you in, right? She didn't offer you in the house, and you're texting her. She's taking 8 to 10 minutes to text you back. You know, and some men are so just so nice that they don't have them in them to just pull off for whatever reason. Maybe because, you know, you don't come across women a lot. You know, you may be a bit socially awkward. You know, for some men you may be a bit socially awkward. So it's kind of hard, a little bit harder for you to come across women, right? And you finally landed somebody that, you know, you think is nice and that you would like to pursue. And this woman is playing. She's playing with you, right? What you got to understand is every woman out here, they have a rotation already. Whether they having sex with these men or not, they have a rotation. Most men, we get women when we can. These women, they are the hunted. So they always have a rotation. You, on the other hand, most men don't have a rotation, right? Most men do not have a rotation. And this is what gives women the leverage to flake on you, to play games with you, you know, and not really care too much whether you leave or whether you know. This is what gives them leverage to be able to play these games with you and to get you right where they want you, because whether you stay or disappear, you know, they're still communicating with Rodney, John, David. You know what I'm saying? They got their rotation.
When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I don't know
and
you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made
There's nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at
look
at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment, and that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, you know, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I mean, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
and waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, you know, equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He's out of the parking space.
If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. Well, I'm sorry. I understand where you're coming from.
I want you to understand, man. You have to be stoic when dealing with these women. I don't care how you was raised. This is a new day. You have to learn stoicism to a degree. I'm not saying you got to be hard with every woman, but you have to be observant and understand who you're dealing with. Be very observant, man. Pay attention to the red flags. You know, when a woman really like you, if a woman is really interested in you, she will make it easy for you. She will not make it difficult and create confusion. Understand that. She will not create confusion, man. You know, you have to understand your value as a man. And I speak about this all the time, because I want you men to understand, man, that you are the valuable one in the situation. It's never the woman. It's the man. You are the protector and the provider. You are the prize. I don't care what a woman says. I don't care if you got 5, 6 kids. If you have to protect and provide for that woman, you are still the prize. You are the prize. If she gets you to protect her and to provide for her, she won a prize. She's never the prize. All she has to offer you is her body. Most women, all they have to offer is their body. You know? So when you meet a woman in today's market, man, I want you to whole frame, man. No matter what, whole frame. No expensive dates. And a lot of you who follow this channel, y'all know that I just did a video about, you know, how men should avoid those expensive first dates, because you can never really get to know a woman through coming out of your pocket $300 to $500 for a date. You know, because it doesn't feel genuine that she's requiring that you spend all this money just to get to know her. You don't know whether she's going to flake after that. You know, for her, it's all beneficial. For you, it's all confusion, because you don't know. You just don't know what's next, right? You might be out of $500, $300, whatever. She might just be using you, you know, and putting her game face on just to get through the, you know, the date. You never know. These women are very conniving, man. You never know, right? So when you get with these women, practice no expensive first dates. So when you meet a woman today, I want you to, if you're going to offer her on a date, offer her, you know, to a sport bar, right? Invite her to take her to a sport bar, you know, to go see a movie, you know, to a coffee date. You know, let's walk in the park. Let's have a walk in the park. I just want to get to know you. You know what I mean? You know, I'm interested in you. I just want to walk. You know, take a walk in the park with you, if that's okay with you. You know what I mean? Like just so I know that I'm not, you know, because the way things is today, I just don't feel comfortable going on any more expensive dates on a first date, because I've had game run on me quite a few times, and I'm not saying that you're going to do that to me, but I just feel like I'm to a point where, you know, if a woman really likes me or really interested, she wouldn't require me to take her on a $300 to $500 date. I wouldn't have to take her to Ruth Chris or all these different high, you know, fine dining and all that, you know. If a woman really is interested in getting to know you, she will understand where you're coming from. If she never calls you back, you dodged a bullet. I want you to understand that. Be simple and straightforward with these women, man. Let them know. Look, I don't, you know, I like you. I'm interested. I'm interested in you. You know what I mean? Like, you seem cool. You know, I like your style and all that. But I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, there's so many games going on today. I just don't feel comfortable spending so much money, you know, on a first date. You know, maybe on a second or third date, we could do something like that. But on the first date, I just want to get to know you. You know, and if a woman really likes you, she'll sit in the car with you and talk and laugh and giggle just to get to know you, right? She'll sit in the car in the parking lot with you. She'll sit on a bench in the park with you, right? Understand, if you offer a woman to a simple date, just to spend time with her, to pick each other's brain and understand each other, if you offer her a simple date and she looked down upon you in any way, understand, fellas, you dodged a bullet. And that's why I say the number one strategy that I'm going to continue to push as a man is give a woman, any woman that you meet, I don't care how pretty, beautiful she is, give her the opportunity. Give her the opportunity, man, to disqualify herself. Give her the opportunity to present her genuine self and show you that she's truly interested in you, or let her disqualify herself. You know what I mean? And show her to the door, man. Because otherwise, you are going to be dealing with a headache. You are going to deal with a headache. If you start off trying to please a woman, spending $300 on a date, when you don't even eat like that on your own. You don't know when the last time you spent $300 on a meal. When a man goes out as a single man, you barely pushing $100 for a full course meal. Right? So understand, man, how important it is that you remain stoic coming in the door. Give a woman the opportunity to disqualify herself. And if she disqualifies herself, you dodged a bullet. Never feel like you lost a good thing. No. That woman lost a good thing. That woman lost a good thing. Understand that. See, when you pursue women like that, what happens is you start to compromise your morals, because you came to the door compromising your morals. You knew it wasn't right to pay all that money. You didn't have that money. You were struggling to take her on that date. But you didn't want to look like a brokey, right? By saying, I can't do that. Let's go such and such. I got a place for us to go. You let her choose the date, and she choose Ruth Chris. She choose Steak 48, right? And now you done paid all your bills. You got $200 left, and now you're digging into your credit cards. You understand what I'm saying? Now you got to pay all this money back. Money that you don't have. Money you might have the money, but it's not worth spending it on a stranger, right? A stranger who is likely going to play games if you come in the door spending money like that. She's going to likely string you on and continue to try to get you to pay, because what she's doing is she's checking your temperature coming in the door, trying to see what she can get you to do. And that only climbs as you go on, right? And the moment that you stop, she's out the door. She's out the door. The text is going to slow down. The phone calls is going to slow down. The attention is going to feel, blurry. Confusion is going to be in between y'all. You know what I mean? All that type of shit, right? Because the money slowed down. You're trying to get your finances together. She don't understand structure. She don't understand, preservation. She don't care about you trying to, invest your money, your goals and your plans that you're trying to do, because she's not a woman. She's not a career woman. She don't care about anything that you got going on. 9 times out of 10, she's not even going to ask you, what are your plans? Because she don't have any plans herself. Understand what I'm saying, fellas? A lot of times, she's not even going to ask. That's another thing. You get with these women, if she's not asking certain things, how many kids you got? What are you looking for? Are you looking for marriage, or are you looking just to, just to have fun? You just dating. If they're not asking certain things, man, that's a red flag. That means she don't care. Understand that, man. That means she do not care. She's looking to abstract from any situation that she can. And if you are dumb enough to provide to a nothing as female that has no value, and she knows she has no value, but once you start giving her things, she feels like you're validating her. You're validating her. She never, a lot of these women, they don't go on these type of dates on their own. Right? They don't go on these type of dates on their own. And if they do, they don't do it often. And if they have a good job or they got some money, they are usually reckless with their money, so they can't understand the nature of a male and how a man can live off of very little. Because he don't need all the little, the little ornaments around the house during the holidays, and he don't need, all the new designer clothes. He don't need the new iPhone every time it come out. A man don't need all these things, man, that women, die to have. We don't need it. We know how to survive, man, off of close to nothing. As long as our bills is paid and we have food in the refrigerator, our house is clean, gas in the car, right? We got good energy around us, we good. That's all we need. That's life for a man. And most women don't understand that, man, because a lot of them, they live a chaotic existence, man. And if you let the wrong woman come into your life, she will cause you nothing but confusion and depression and anxiety. Once you grow to love someone, you grow an addiction to just having them around, especially when they come around, they doing certain things for you, they playing housewife and all that shit, right? You get used to that shit. A lot of women, they know that. They know that. If they do certain shit, we get used to certain things. That's why I always say men need to know how to cook. You need to know how to wash your own clothes, right? Do your own dishes, clean your own house, so that when you have a woman come around, when you do find that right woman, it's just a plus for her to do these things for you. She's bringing ease. She's proving that she's worthy of you keeping her around. By her doing these things for you, she's bringing ease into your life. But underneath it all, you know that if she was to betray you today or tomorrow, you can make her see the exit. And all of these things will still get done because you're not dependent on her services. So understand, man, not to get off topic, right? But I want you guys to understand, never be afraid to lose a woman. A woman should be afraid to lose you. And if she's not afraid to lose you, then she is not the one. Understand that. Anyway, man, it was nice kicking it with y'all. Enough for another ice cold discussion, man. We're going to be doing these more often. I'm just basically getting set up right now. So, I'm going to be tapping in. I'm going to be tapping in Delhi soon. So y'all can get used to seeing me, come across your timeline, you know what I mean? And like I said, man, I'm always my job is to give you some value anytime you invest your time into watching my content, and I'm honored to have y'all tap in, man. Trust me, I'm honored to have y'all tap in, man, because a lot of us, we need to hear somebody, man, who experienced a lot of these things, give us, some nuggets on how to deal with these situations, man, because a lot of men, Just having, just you know the term they use today. You're green. You're green. You're just a nice guy. You're green. You don't understand that most of society out here today is brown. They're brown, right? It's a dead garden out here. It's a dead garden out here, and you're like the only green leaf in the garden. So understand that. Anyway, until next time, man. It's your boy, Mr. Ice Cold. You know what I mean? And y'all don't forget to hit that subscribe neither, man. Cause I know there's a lot of y'all watch my content, but y'all ain't smash that subscribe, man. Go on over, smash subscribe, make yourself a part of the family, man. You won't regret it. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for tapping in. For those of you who've already subscribed to this channel, I'd like to take my hat off to y'all, man. Y'all support is very much appreciated. And for those of you who have yet to smash and subscribe, go on over, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell notification on your way out. Anyway, it's your boy, Mr. Ice Cool, man. I'll see y'all on the next one.
And let's be honest, some of y'all bitches don't want a relationship. Y'all want financial CPR. Everything y'all want is for your own personal financial gain and can't even go get it yourself. Do you know how sad that is? Like, who y'all be feeling like? Right? Somebody go out and make their money and you feel entitled to their fucking money because you are a female. Does that make sense to you? You are a flat purse ass bitch.